Dak Prescott is the most polarizing player on the Dallas Cowboys. Fans either love him or hate him depending on how much of the blame they believe he deserves for the team's letdown performances. The 8-year veteran quarterback is all over the place in terms of how he's perceived. In 2022, he led the league in interceptions and had the entire national media up in arms, only to do a 180-degree turnaround and lead the league in touchdown passes this past year. He earned All-Pro honors and was the topic of many conversations about whether he was deserving of winning this year's Most Valuable Player award. Wow, what a contrast. As great of a season as he had last year, Prescott struggled in the playoffs. He made poor decisions and looked panicked throughout most of the game. He had 2 costly picks and didn't finalize the team's first scoring drive until the clock had hit double zeros in the first half. This marks the 3rd consecutive season that the Cowboys have been bounced from the playoffs in a game where Dak has not lived up to expectations. That is not to say that he's the blame, but he's certainly not helping. With another disappointing playoff exit, doubt lurks across the organization. Whether it's coaches or players, people are questioning some of the team's most influential contributors, with Dak being one of them. Is he really the guy for this football team? Adding a little fuel to the fire is the notion that the Cowboys traded away a 4th-round draft pick to acquire former 3rd overall pick Trey Lance right before the start of last season. Granted, this is just a let's see what he's got sort of move, but they wouldn't have made such a move if they didn't believe he had a chance of manifesting into a legit NFL quarterback. In the spirit of looking at all angles, we went over that scenario a couple of weeks ago. Moving on from Prescott is risky business. If Lance had a good sample size of strong play, it would be a lot easier to do, just as the Cowboys had before they moved on from Tony Romo and gave Dak the keys to the offense. But they don't. Passing on Prescott means the team is going to take a huge leap of faith that whatever's behind door number 2 can successfully operate the team's most important position on the roster. The last time the Cowboys had to make such a transition without having a good plan already in place, it did not go well.